Thanks to plane spotters, we can see a Lufthansa A340 landing at Munich Airport 2 days ago. Travelers from Vancouver Island would board an aircraft identical to this in Munich and would endure what one mother calls their nightmare flight.
Apparently, there had been some altercation before we'd even taken off, but none of us were aware of it.
Flight 476 departs Munich for Vancouver yesterday afternoon, but as that passenger becomes increasingly agitated, trying to light a cigarette, and at 37,000 feet trying to open the aircraft's rear door, Lufthansa makes the decision to turn around.
In this process, my husband and I talking, he said to me that something serious is going on, and he actually opened up the window, the flap, to look outside, and he said, "We're dumping fuel." And I didn't even really know what that meant. And I looked outside the window and my heart just dropped, as you could wasn't like anything I would never have expected it. It's coming out of the wing, and it's just pouring, shooting out the plane.
Air travelers today can't help but be aware of Egypt Air's Airbus 320 from Paris that crashed last Thursday in the Mediterranean north of Cairo, or Malaysian Air's Boeing flight that's been missing for 2 years and 2 months, or worse, the Lufthansa suicidal co-pilot who committed mass murder by flying his Airbus into a mountainside last year.
And then when she told me that there was somebody that was a security risk, I thought, oh my gosh, we have a terrorist on our plane. Like what? You just think all the worst things.
What thoughts go through one's mind when death appears imminent?
It was an awful time to not know what was going on and to think that I was looking at my husband and my children for the last time.
Which words can one write to loved ones?
I sat and I typed a message to my mom saying goodbye and I love you. It's ridiculous.
In the end, the agitated passenger was taken into custody. A plane spotter recorded this very flight relaunching, this time from Hamburg, now minus one agitated passenger, and plus a lot of anxiety on board. Ted Schneck, Global News.